Okay, so welcome back to Operation P.O.S. So since we put the transmission in, there's not much else we've actually done in the vehicle. We've ordered some service parts, spark plugs, air filter, and what else?
Rocket cover gasket.
Oh, and the rocket cover gasket that's leaking. We got some brake fluid that we're going to bleed the brakes with now. We do have the oil filter in stock, and we did get some high mileage oil, which is a bit of a thicker oil, just because this is an old car and throwing a 5W30 or anything that thin in might not. Yeah, it might not work. It might just burn that off. So we got some 530 lying around that we'll throw in, run around the engine with the old oil filter just to, you know, clean up, drain that out, put that oil in with the new oil filter, and then carry on with the vehicle after that. But first we'll do the brakes, bleed them, rear then front, and then yeah, give you guys a rundown on how you bleed brakes if you don't know the sequence or anything like that, just the rule of thumb of how you generally bleed brakes. And then if we've got enough time, we'll give her a wash and just see how she looks after being cleaned a bit, and then at a later stage we'll do the interior and sort that out. So yeah, let's get started. Now I also forgot the damn trestles, man. Yeah, it's the workshop shelving that I want the most.
It'll fit nicely in here.
Yeah.
The pity is this place is far for you to drive, you know?
Yeah, but one day we'll have enough money to actually get a workshop. My ass is probably showing in the camera now.
It's okay. Did you shave?
I'm nervous. So, yeah, but I would like to say, bro, one day we'll have enough money to get our own workshop. And then safety first, kids. Always have a contingency plan. Alright.
Yeah.
At the brake fluid reservoir, so as we take it here, and you can see the lovely condition of the brake fluid. So yeah, this is definitely time for a change. And change is as good as a holiday, or in this case a service.
Holiday?
Yeah.
I want to go on a holiday.
What's that? I don't know what a holiday is. That's that place where you spend more money. Look at that. So if you ever wondered what your brake fluid shouldn't look like, that's what it shouldn't look like. Must be golden, like the golden shower. And if you know what a golden shower is, sure, you're a lucky man.
Why don't we work on cars when we can go take a golden shower?
Yeah. Group hug in the showers tonight. So if ever you bleed brakes, and
That might be a bit long.
ooh, yeah, that's fine. You know what they say, the more the merrier. So if ever you're bleeding brakes and you have no idea where to start, it's generally the best principle to start bleeding brakes the furthest from the master cylinder and work your way closer from that point. That's just the rule of thumb. Some cars will obviously have a specific procedure to bleed brakes depending on the braking system. Some Mercedes-Benzes use different braking systems like SBC, where the pump will run while you bleed it, and that you can't just bleed any which way you want, because you'll just make your life difficult and then you'll never want to work on a German car again. So it's very good to make sure, if you are unsure about what you're doing, it's good to do a little bit of research. The internet is there, you can find out anything you want pretty much all the time. And yeah, just make sure you know what you're doing. Otherwise, if you're like us and you definitely have no idea what you're doing, you just wing it.
Pedals rock hard.
There you go. There we go. This brake fluid is horrendous.
I'm just gonna check the reservoir.
Okay, I'll go for it. So you'll see the way we're doing it is Renee's actually pumping the pedal while it's open. The reason we're not doing the process where you pump, hold is just because, tell me when you're back in the car. It's just because we're not necessarily trying to remove air from the system. So it's not absolutely necessary. We're basically just trying to flush the system of the old brake fluid. So the quickest way to do it is this process. You're basically just pumping out, and then you just nip it closed whenever you fill up the reservoir, and yeah, you're good as gold. But once again, yeah, carry on. Yeah, once again, you just make sure that you do your research before you start working on whatever you're working on. How much brake fluid did you get?
I've got one bottle of Mitsubishi and one bottle of Kia.
Okay.
So we've got quite a bit.
Yeah, dot four is dot four.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at the colour of that. A lot of particles in the brake fluid, eh? A lot of particles in the brake fluid, but it's cleaning, eh?
This shit probably hasn't been bled out in years.
Nah.
Here we go.
Good.
Yeah.
It's clean.
Wish we had copper stuff, but we don't.
It's alright.
No, you were smooth there.
It's more luck than skill, you know?
Alright.
You know, we should have just done this while it was up.
We should have. We're here now.
I guess at the time we were just concerned about test drive, you know?
Yeah. Well, I've been checking under the car. I don't see any leaks or anything.
Now looks good, eh?
Yeah.
I'm happy about that.
No need to pull this box out again. Clutch feels good. It's a bit skew, but the front is a bit jacked up. Why is it going skew?
The last time I was skewed as well. Which actually worked out well for us because the transmission started to slide us when we were pulling the box up.
Yes, but this box is a pain in the ass to get in, huh?
That was a bit of a nightmare. Alright, cool. I'm good, my side. Where's your Tristan?
Oh shit, it's there at the...
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, it's got a Z154 filter on it. Come on.
Move that. There's the ugger. Yeah.
Leave that there for now. It's not in anyone's way.
Let's get the special tool, part number JUSTJUICE. But it's an expensive part number. This thing was back ordered Germany.
Back order, back and safe.
Back order, back and safe, yeah. I still need to sort that out. That's.
This is a strong ass ugger.
No.
Damn.
It's not as good as the Milwaukee though.
It struggle works perfect.
It struggles on crank bolts and stuff. But that's when you realize, oh, okay, this is definitely from China. I'm thinking, yeah, we went driving down the street to this thing. And the wheel is like,
Oh, it's come off again.
Alright, we start your side, eh?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Oh.
8.
It's an 8. It looks bigger than an 8, but smaller than a 10. I hope we got a 9.
9?
Do we have a 9? Yes, we got a 9. And that's what it is.
9. Of course we got a fucking 9. Is it a 9?
Yep.
Okay, hold on. I need to place this in a place so we can video record you.
We connect our pipe. Now, with these old cars, actually with any bleeder nipple, do not almost pull on it because you put a lot of force away from it. Just give it a tap, like that. And then she will come down. See it coming out like that, then we can tell, oh, there we go, keep pumping. Like this, we can obviously see when the fluid comes out clear, if there's any air bubbles in it. Now, it looks pretty clean in the front, eh?
We got a lot of it out already when it was in the red.
Hold it.
Okay.
Now we can tighten up and this side is done. It wants to go on. Come on. This one's tight. There we go. Okay, give her a pump. And as we can see, this fluid's nice and clean now. Hold it. There we go. Should be nice and hard in there.
Oh, you mean the brake bit?
Yeah! Both.
Yeah. So that's obviously the B4. And then if you go look into the reservoir now, you'll see very clear. Obviously the reservoir itself is going to be dirty on the inside. Ideally you want to take it out and clean it, but listen, yeah, this isn't a fucking restoration.
I need to replace all the steel particles.
The question was shot. 21.
Oh my god, I swallow my words. Yes, please. Oh wait, this was an 18 I grabbed. Sorry, my bad. It might still be a 19.
It still looks like bigger than that.
No, 19.
Yeah.
I was wondering, I was like, what the hell? Alright, so...
BW is a 19 as well.
Bit of a tap like that. So loose. She's open. Let's open this guy. Wasn't driven too much. Well, obviously it's been standing a while. Bit of condensation in this oil.
That's the problem here though, bro, because of the how humid and the shit is here, and how much it rains.
And now we can just kick back, give it a couple of minutes, let all that old oil drain out. Looks pretty good underneath. That's very good.
You must cut this shit off at some point. Get like a tin snip.
Yeah. Either that, or we can open it up and put stuff in it. The old bolt.
Yeah.
Force it tight in there.
We'll shove like an old cloth with oil and petrol on it. Yeah. That'll be fine. It'll never get hot enough to ignite. And even if it does, no more problem.
Fair enough. Okay.
Coil oil. Oh, we don't have fun.
That's fine. Not a bad oil, but it's a bit thin for this car.
At least it's not a fucking VW, bro. Yes, with those filling connects.
Oh.
And it just overflows the whole time.
Well, like those Renaults where you've got like a 5 mil hole to pour oil into. You're like, why? Remember, we haven't taken the other filter off.
Even if we got a bit too much right now, it's not going to make a difference. It's not really running.
Maybe I'll put that rag. Oh, right in front of me. Thanks, Chief. Sorry. Jesus. It's on this max.
That's perfect.
Because now it's just to run it, get it warm. Like a hot, and then we're going to drain it out again.
Rinse and repeat, basically. First time start, baby. Okay, we are at around about 90 degrees, so we should be good. Been idling for a while. Found a hose here that's connected to the cascade or the breather section of the rocker cover that was blocked up. Had a kink in it because the pipe was too long, and this is evidence of people who work like shit. But yeah, so we're going to jack her up now and then drain that oil out, and then you can have a look at what that oil looks like after this come through. Some people might look at this and think, oh, you guys should have thrown like an engine flush in there. Yeah, granted, that's fine, but modern day engine oil actually has detergent in it that cleans your engine. So it'll do a good enough job if you're just using it to circulate through the engine and clean out. Like if you don't have massive like sludge deposits or anything like that, I don't think it's absolutely necessary for you to use a flush. I mean, I don't know about you.
No, it isn't. I mean, an engine flush on such a high mileage as well, I'm just scared we cause lock debris to cause bearing problems, move shit around where we don't want it.
Yeah.
So this will slowly dissolve that and get it around so we don't cause any damage.
A lot of times with old engines as well, you'll throw in an engine flush and it can be quite aggressive and it'll go through there, and every old seal you have now, all the deposits that have actually sort of caked up around the seal that actually help the seal prevent leaks will diminish it, move it away, it'll get rid of it, and you'll start having rear main seal leaks, front crank seal leaks, camshaft seal leaks, things like that. So yeah, I think engine flush, you know, use at your own discretion, but only if you absolutely have to, you know. Otherwise, a good oil inside the engine, go for a drive, maybe even do 2 or 3 cycles with the engine oil. It'll be good enough to clean it out, you know. Anyway, as we continue, it's not, you don't worry about being a reliable product if you're not a reliable product. So you can't worry about overheating if the engine is always running very hot. It's just science, bro. You understand what I'm saying? And if you get a car hot enough, what happens is it actually expands the head gasket and it seals up better, bro. It's fucking science, bro. I remember this. I'm telling you.
I never did well at science. Don't think that.
This is why the Japanese products are so unreliable, because they don't run so hot, bro.
Japanese are very reliable.
Jeez.
Remember to take this out. I've done that before and had oil everywhere. Not proud, but it has happened. It's going to be nice and warm now.
See what I mean about oil works as a detergent? That was clean oil. So it has gone around and cleaned up and pulled all the shit out, and the next load of oil that goes in should be nice and clean with a new filter. Not bad. Now we can just leave it to drain out, do its thing.
Because if you were in a real life situation when you don't have a tool, you got to be the tool.
It's easier said than done.
Now,
I call that the tiger grip.
a lot of the times it's not that loose. It can be tight. This is where we got to watch out that we don't make a mess everywhere.
It should be fine. It's probably going to run down here. Yeah.
Now just be careful because this oil is extremely hot. I want to burn.
Like your sister.
Yeah, obviously she is hot. She's my sister.
She's my sister.
That's gross, but
Yeah.
she's okay, I guess. And this guy, we can just put him there for now. Thank you.
Oh, look inside the filter. This filter does look like it's been on there for a while. A good 60,000 kilometers.
Yeah, that's a bit old. But overall,
Motor doesn't look sludgy.
No, it looks alright, bro. Good oil change, and she should be golden. You turn it the whole way up.
Just want to wipe it so I can tighten it a bit better.
I mean, at least it's oil filter talks better. It's like 190 only.
Yeah, no. I would, if I could.
And then
if we
another
take the
180
radiator
degrees.
out, we put the air gun on.
Yeah.
You know, but there we go. Just hand tight. You know, for real now. Clean it up nicely. We're obviously gonna wash them.
Yeah, we're gonna wash all this shit.
Okay.
Did you ever punch that guy that poked your eye?
No.
Why?
I never met the dude. After it happened, but I was in hospital and shit like that, and then like the school that it happened with, like never really revealed who it was. The dude never said sorry, fuck.
I would have fucking hunted that cunt down.
It's sport, bro, you know, it happens, you know?
No, that's not sport, that's being a dick.
Yeah, but it happens, bro. You play sports, like you go bungee jumping, bro, and you can't be upset if something goes
When
wrong.
someone cuts the cord on you.
Well, that's different.
Yeah.
The guy didn't intentionally put his finger in my eye, I think.
Maybe. But we'll never know because you never hunted him down.
That's true.
People judge me for being psycho, but hey, you could have gotten some answers.
It's alright, but it's good enough for the next service too. Yeah, you double fill it. That way you only have to service it once every 2 years. It's just, bro, I go back to it's science. It takes 3 liters of oil every 15,000. If I put 6 liters of oil in, I only have to service it once every 2 years.
I'm gonna say this, if your mom ever watches this video, Mom, you need to get the school fees back for this boy.
It's science.
What they taught him in science in
It's
those
science,
Edenvale
bro.
schools. Yeah.
It's science. It just makes sense. It's like if you don't have an air filter, you never have to change the air filter.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
But
saying?
that's once again, I'm saying, if you don't have goals in life, you'll never fail.
Exactly. If you have a choice between being an engineer or a mechanic, be an engineer. You put in already, huh? You put in the oil filter. So start it running a bit first. You only got a little bit left anyway. So.
It's on. Where's the oil light? That one over there. Make sure it goes off.
Good for me.
Do you think at some stage this car was brand new?
Yeah, bro, somebody was excited, I told you. Just leave it to you. Go down. Somebody might have even fucking got laid in the back of this car, bro. You don't know. Little bit of hanky panky. I can't put that on. I cannot put that on. Because we will be banned from YouTube without even getting a channel going. I love the fact of it.
And it stood for a week.
Yeah.
Didn't get started.
So we got no fuel pressure problems. Holding pressure in the line.
No current draw, battery's good, starter is good, and it sounds good.
That does sound very good.
And I'm like, let me just push this out the way.
Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Alrighty. We see how she goes in reverse. Up. Smooth. You see in the mirror? Okay. Let's give the outside a wash. Now, obviously, you can see the state that she's in. Ideally, the cleaning of the car is not going to be a major thing. We just want to get a good idea of how it looks after we've done a good clean on her. Engine bay, outside stuff. We're still going to do the inside, so we'll end up cleaning the car again, but it'll just be good to get an idea of how it's going to look. So let's get stuck in.
Oh, lekker.
Where's that thing?
Oh, is that?
Yeah, I think we're supposed to wet the engine first.
You can spray a bit of water. Just go like this actually. Ooh, shit.
We need to find a place to put this that's gonna get us cleaning it like from a distance. And then we'll just remove it when we're done cleaning. Close up of it.
Dude, look at that gearbox. This degrease is amazing.
Yeah, this degrease is good, dude. Check it, everything. Check the transmission is clean. Down there on the side.
Worked on years. Yeah. What have I done? Have I won?
Not bad. Saving one car at a time, I guess. And as I said, I'll make a promise. If this ever gets anywhere, you can hold me to my word. I will get Opel and Ecotech tattooed on my body. Just like the AMG and the Honda badge. So yeah. So if we end up broke, I don't get a tattoo. If we end up rich because we're doing well, I get a tattoo.
Young people with tattoos.
So, till the next episode. Cheers.